This drawing right here is the first version of the Agonizer graphical user interface. And it's okay for you if you want to laugh at it because it looks horrible. I drew it and I did it with my fingers inside a note document, using the Notes app on iOS. And I was doing it during a 2 hour long Skype session that I had with Kai Aras, the guy from Numerical Audio who made Shockwave and Synth, because he asked me, Jakob, what do you want in your dream bass synthesizer? Unfortunately, this was the only thing I really handed over to him, and he disappeared for 4 days. But he came back and he said, here's the first test flight version. And as soon as I had that on my iPad, I knew it was real, and I knew I had to bring my A game. There's this section in the synth that I drew called recorder or quarter. I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is?
Well, hold on, let me see. This one?
Yeah, what the hell is that section?
Oh, that's the... Yeah, okay, so that's the character section, and I think that turned into the manga section.
Aha, is
And
that what
those-
that is?
Yeah, and the top one says drive, and the other one is girth.
I couldn't
Yeah, I
remember.
mean, I'm surprised that I can read my handwriting still. But
Is
yeah,
that your drawing? It looks like my drawing.
I mean, it's definitely my handwriting.
What?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that's my handwriting. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god. Honey, I am so confused right now. Because Kai tells me that that it's his handwriting inside that drawing. And I know I made that drawing. What do I do? Just tell me I did the drawing. Honey?
Ja,
Tell me I was the one who drew that.
ja, men jag vet inte. Jag såg inte dig göra det, vad jag vet.
Oh my god, I'm so confused. Hello and welcome to haQ attaQ. My name is Jakob haQ. I'm your host and you're watching a haQ attaQ episode. I just want to say that right now it's the Easter holidays. There are a lot of app sales out there, and Kai Aras's apps are no different. They're all on sale, including Agonizer Synth. So if you want to go and get Agonizer Synth for half price, go grab it from the App Store by using the app link in the pinned comment down below. And a little announcement. I know that there are people who are on iPhone only and they don't have any iPads, and they want to be able to use Agonizer on their iPhones. Well, I'm right now testing the iPhone version of Agonizer. And it works, but I need to know that it's fully bug-free before we release it, so hold on a little while longer. And also, when it comes out, it's going to be a free update. It's not something you're going to have to pay for again. If you've already got a version of Agonizer Synth, then this is just going to be an upgrade, so you'll be able to use it on iPhone too. Yeah, right, so you've already seen this, the first version that I drew of the interface. Well, we kept working on the design and it changed a lot over time. You know, we went through so many versions, changing colors, box sizes, section placements, adding lines, removing lines. And during all of this, there was this one thing that was important to me, and it was the color scheme. I basically wanted to use a maximum of 2 to 3 colors, and I needed the base color to be a blackish gray. It is my most favorite color, and if you have one of those hex color mode blend fields where you can type in hex code for the color, well, if you type in 1A, 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 well, you have my most favorite color, and you've probably seen it, you know, how I use gray in my videos. Now, as far as the inspiration for the actual panel of Agonizer goes, one of the biggest inspiration sources I had was Instruo and their Eurorack modules, because in my opinion, Instruo makes the most beautiful, most gorgeous looking Eurorack modules in the industry, bar none. If I had the money, I would get a Euro rack and I would fill it up with all of their modules, even if I didn't use them. In fact, there is one I would use, and it's the Arbhar one. And I forced Kai to stare at that thing for hours while I was harping on and on about how much I loved that module and the work that Instro does with their panels. Well, Kai definitely got what I was talking about. And so the first designs he came back with were these ones. And you can see that the graphical elements in here, they look kind of cute. And I told him, don't make it cute. And he said, don't worry, bro, it's just a placeholder, but I'll get working on something much more interesting. And then he came back with this. Once I saw this, I knew that Kai understood exactly what it is that I wanted. Not only did this look really awesome and edgy, it was also clearly communicating the signal flow inside the synth, which was very, very important to me. In the end, Kai did an amazing job. I'm so happy with everything that he did and all the design decisions that he took upon himself to make. There were some stuff in here that I really wasn't involved with. He just did it and then showed it to me, and I'm like, bro, this is exactly what I want. Yeah, so thanks, Kai. As far as the font goes, well, it's the same font I use for my haQ attaQ logo. And if we zoom in here on the envelope, both envelopes have these attaQ knobs like a normal envelope has, but it's got my logo spelling in it. Lowercase ATTA and then an uppercase Q. And we did this change quite late into the development, maybe like a month or 3 weeks before the launch date, because up till then it was always called attaQ with, the normal spelling, ATTACK. And then when I was teasing this, I was putting up teaser pictures and videos up on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and someone posted, hey, I hope it has an haQ attaQ knob or an attaQ knob. And both me and Kai just face palmed and looked at each other and like, why didn't we come up with that? So we did that change because of that comment, and I want to thank you for that comment. Okay, so I've been asked by viewers like, Jakob, why didn't you just call this the haQ attaQ synth or the attaQ synth? The problem is that, you see, my logo looks like this, okay? It does not look like this, but this is how people spell it. And it's not surprising when you consider that autocorrect usually corrects this spelling to this spelling. And what is the problem with this then? Well, the problem is that the App Store doesn't help you with this when you spell it wrong. YouTube will, Google will, but not the App Store. You have to be really spot on with your spelling. So I chose a name that was easy to say, easy to remember, and something that would reflect the character of the synth and the look of the synth. Fact is that we did go through a lot of names, and every time we found a name that we liked, well, we always found some other app or hardware thing, musical gear, musical app that already had that name or some version of that name. And I wanted this one to be unique, of course. It's my first synth, and I'm hoping to be able to make more apps in the future. I would love that, but yeah, it was important to me that it was kind of distinctive, unique, and Well, this name thing got even worse when considering the app icon. You see, for the longest of time, we had been using this app icon, and we liked it so much. Not only us, our partners, they told us they loved this app logo. It looked interesting and a bit mysterious, It's basically an A from my logo. And so when we were going through names, we had to exclude all the names that began with any other letters than A. We had to make sure that the name would fit the app logo. Do you understand how bonkers that is? It's insane, but it's also funny at the same time. And we did find a good name in the end. Now, here's something I want to highlight. So some people have been commending me and Kai on making the cutoff knob so big. And they say this because they're loading Agonizer Synth as an audio unit. Now, I want to show you something. Here is what Agonizer should look like. It should always look like this. It's loaded as a standalone unit on my iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and it was designed to be loaded as a standalone unit because that's how I want to use synthesizers. Whenever I do sound design, I want all of the control on one page right there in front of me. That's part of the design philosophy behind Agonizer synths. No second pages. It's also why the modulation works as a long press pop-up window where you just long press, slide the controller and press done and you're done. Everything is supposed to be quick. And so when you're loading Agonizer synth as an audio unit and the interface looks like this with the cutoff knob being this big, do not commend us on this because this is a visual bug and we're working on it. I just find it funny and I'm happy that you like it, but I hate it. So does Kai. Okay, I'm gonna round this up, but there's this one thing I want to add. You see, if you look at Agonizer synth, the final version of it, you can see that it's been banged up. It's got a broken LCD display and it's even glitching. And this is not something that we were just using for the trailers. When you open up Agonizer, then this display is gonna glitch, and it's not gonna glitch in the same way for everyone. This is kind of a random thing, and it's not just gonna happen once. So if you keep using Agonizer for half an hour, it will come back to haunt you, this little problem. Now, me and Kai has talked it over, and we're probably gonna put in a switch in the settings menu where you can turn this off if you're annoyed by it, but for me, it's always gonna be on, because to me, Agonizer is alive. Now, stay tuned for part 2 of this series where I go into the sound engine, its design, and, everything surrounding that. Thank you so much for watching. All comments and ratings are very much appreciated. Now, if you like this video, why don't you hit that thumbs up, because that's extremely helpful, and you can always share this video. If you didn't like the video, then hit the thumbs down. Now, if you want to support me in a financial way, you could always buy Agonizer synth, and if you don't want to do that, you've got the Patreon thing I do, and you've also got PayPal if you want to send over $1 or $5 or whatever. If you don't want to do any of it, then that's okay too. Now, as usual, I wish you a very productive week. Now go finger all of your stuff and have a lot of fun doing it.